thing, Mike. None of this even really matters because the world's ending. So I mean, I hear what you're saying, Mike.
I am so tired of this little goblin.
It says
Am
thirst
I the
off.
only one who's just tired of this kid? This kid bugs me, man.
Look. Some people, and not me, because I wouldn't want to get in trouble. But some people she looks like Swiss Miss with fetal alcohol syndrome, doesn't she?
She looks like a girl. Like, remember when you were 13? Every school had that girl that nobody remembers ever having a crush on.
Yeah, you're right.
She's old Greta, no dates.
You know what's unbelievable? Now Greta Van Sustren's the second most hateable Greta.
You think she's just?
Are you happy now?
Right now, she's like, it's like NBA Jam. Yeah. She's on fire. The second most hated Greta.
All right.
Yeah. So this annoying kid.
Okay. So I want everyone to listen. Just a little quick background on her. She's a climate activist from Sweden. And these are all facts. This isn't like these are all right-wing talking points. I just want to set everything up here. I know everybody knows about it, but just in case if you don't, her parents and her are part of the whatever they're part anti-fascist. They've been pictures, so they're clearly Antifa. Like, I'm not saying they're marching out in the streets with masks, but that'll tell you their ideology, right? Just all I'm saying.
But they're quietly, silently endorsing people who do go in the streets with masks. So you can't forget that.
And funding.
If we had if everybody on even right of center, right of Bernie Sanders, if we have to be blamed for every Nazi that runs over somebody over with a car, you get blamed for every masked person breaking shop windows.
So, her claim to fame, and again, this is a completely built-up situation. She's 16 years old, right? Her claim to fame is taking a sailboat, sailing to America on a sailboat using no coal. I don't know what it was. Using only the sail, basically, using no gas.
Okay, you know what?
Shit like that.
He comes from a long line of people who come here without even a boat.
That's good. A mattress.
They just tie some shit together and go. I think he floats.
And
I don't know. You know,
we
most
got
of us
really good at that for a while. We were the fucking dude. You can say what you want about Cubans, but they're really good at building shit.
Cubans' motto back in the day was, "But some of us will die." Yes, but not all of us.
The correct line would have been, "Some of us will die." Yes, but some of us will live. And that's it. Yeah. It's over. Anyway, sorry, Greta. She brought her sailboat over here to show that you don't need fossil fuels or anything to get here. I don't know, dumb shit. Yes.
Okay, so like, let's say I order a 3D printer from Alibaba. I'm to expect them to send it on a sailboat.
Yes.
I'm supposed to have such a childlike understanding of the world that, like, I go, oh, I'm going to order some printer paper from Amazon. Now I'm going to picture a little Swedish girl on a sailboat bringing it to me, because of course it's not going to keep our economy moving.
We've advanced a lot. We have advanced a lot. And I think what we should do is we should go back to like Mayflower, and that kind of, where people like generations die on a ship before they get here.
That sounds horrible.
Hold on. Hear me out though.
There's nothing worse than having a giant ship that's so big you have to have a farm on it.
You're right.
Feed everyone to get you across the sea.
So, by the way, what they don't tell you about the story is, to get the sailboat back, they had to fly 2 people over. I swear to God, this is a true story. Look it up. You can look it up. This is verified. This isn't me talking out of my ass. They had to fly 2 people back.
No, they didn't.
They had to fly 2 people back.
No, they didn't.
To take the boat back.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they did.
Yes, they did.
No, please, no, they didn't. I refuse to believe this. I mean, I do believe it because, yeah, it's very typical, but like, what the fuck, dude? They don't even try anymore.
It says
Jesus
here.
Christ.
It says here. Greta Thunberg's 2-week trip across the Atlantic in zero carbon yacht may generate more emissions than it saves, as 2 of the crew have to fly to New York to bring it back to Europe. On Wednesday, the Swedish eco-campaigner left Plymouth, Malaysia, on the Malaysia 2, The 16-year-old is set to address the UN, and that's what we're about to play here. So, yeah, they had to send 2 people back to bring it back.
You're talking like a nice Concorde, maybe? Nice fuel-burning Concorde. What?
This fucking G6?
Yeah.
This is Greta. This is her talking to the UN. So, guys, get ready to shut down every power plant. Get fucking ready. Because Greta's here, and she's not playing any games. 16 years old, dropped out of school.
My message is that we'll be watching you.
That's a threat.
But every face she makes
is not natural.
It's weird, right?
It's like a broken AI.
Yeah, yes.
Like, you know, remember that Sophia AI that they had? That's actually kind of decent. It's like that, but there's something broken. So the face is just all over the place.
It's messed up.
I'll be watching you. Like, I don't know. That's not a natural progression of face movements. It looks like the old early '90s dolls for girls that would cry and maybe the face would move a little bit, but it was just like latex, like, like that's not.
She's not 10. She's 16. I know she looks young, but
she looks like
she's 16.
You know the movies, like with evil kids in it, like evil robot kids, I just pick. She's the type that she has that look of a kid that's like, all right, I'm gonna go do me homework now, and then they just all of a sudden their eyes flash like yellow, and then they go for a knife, and then they start moving like Jason Bourne, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Kill a robot kid! Kill a robot kid!
Somebody nailed it, and I think it's actually going pretty much in the same vein of what you're saying. Somebody nailed what she looks like. Remember the first Resident Evil movie, the AI? That's what she is. It's not natural. It's not natural faces. You know what her face? Okay,
I want to go back to the fact that she's threatening the UN though. Like,
I will.
Isn't that a threat? That was a threat.
You know,
if I went in front of the UN and said, I'll be watching you, like, there would be audits. There would be the FBI would be over there all the time. Like, they would just be up your ass. Like, what are you doing?
So here's what she looks like to me, and this is just, you know, purely what I think she looks like. Remember RoboCop 2? Remember Kane? Remember when Kane had the CGI face?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like the over expressions of the eyes and stuff like that.
Remember when he got all happy when he got his nuke?
When he got his nuke,
and
yeah.
Then he got the smile. And I'm like, the coders took time to program animated faces?
Yes.
You don't have any time.
Dude, Mike, the 80s was beautiful.
You have to go fight RoboCop. You don't have time to be programming in all the bells and whistles.
Kind of with a bit of mescaline.
I mean, come on, let's be honest with you. I mean, is it going to kill RoboCop? Okay, we don't need the LED face then. Just get it out there. If anything, it's going to fucking give away his position.
No, okay, we're going to play the video because
this kid
people
looks evil in every freeze frame.
Because people always say we pause too much.
Look at that face, dude. That's some Damien from The Omen.
It is creepy.
Look at that shit.
You're right. She should be going la la la
yes!
la la.
She looks like a downloadable content character for Dead by Daylight.
She looks like graphics that haven't finished rendering.
The Climate Activist is now available as a downloadable DLC on Dead by Daylight.
All right, come on.
Sorry.
This is all wrong.
No, it's not.
I shouldn't be up here.
No, you're right.
Oh, great. End the video.
End the video. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. I'm glad she understood.
That was good. Like, that's better than that David Hogg kid. She figured it out.
Feels like, but you know what? Sorry, I got to do the committee thing. It feels like a waste of a sailboat trip.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely. And then they're gonna fly.
I would have taken the sailboat.
Did you know they're flying two guys?
Two guys.
Thank you guys for coming. I want to thank Greta Thunberg. Thank you very much.
All right, come on. Look, let's take her seriously. She's 16.
Moving on. What are we doing for lunch? She's got a lunch situation going on.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean.
Yeah, I should be at school instead of taking a sailboat to America so I can stay in nice hotels and speak in front of the UN. I'd rather be in school like every normal kid. I'd rather be in school. What a lie. This whole thing is built on lies. You're lying. They're training you to be a liar already. You're just a kid.
It's and look, don't tell me now. Whenever you talk about like these crazy just nut job climate activists, and when I say that, because I want to be fair here, I'm not talking about people that like to recycle. Like there's like, oh yeah, I'll recycle. Who cares? You know, like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to dump garbage on the floor. I think we could all get behind that, right? Like let's not fucking dump Doritos bags into the ocean.
Of course. Well, but let's not make any promises.
No.
I don't want to commit to anything. Like
I'm not making promises either.
I can't promise I won't be in a situation where I have to throw a Dorito.
Of course. What are you going to do? So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna put it, throw it on the boat, and get cheese dust in there? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's a rental. You think
you
I own a boat?
Nuts? No,
they're gonna take out of the security deposit.
At that point, I can't imagine it's gonna hurt anything. Anyway, look, but this is a religion, right? Like we could agree this is turned into a religion because I was thinking about it. They're sending children out to preach the word of climate activism. This is basically atheist Mormons. That's what they're doing. They're just sending kids out into the world and go, preach the word. You don't need more education. You're done with education. Preach the word of environmentalism. This is insane to me.
Yet you all come to us young people for hope.
No, we don't. Hold on. Let me be clear here. I have never come to young people for hope. Okay?
No.
Nihilism? Sure. Absolutely. All right? The new dance trends? I'm with you there, right?
Don't get me wrong. I leave your hope alone.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. Hold on to it.
Yeah.
Hold on for it as long as you can in life. But I don't come to you for it.
No, thank you.
I just go like, hey, do me a favor. Take your hope and go over there.
Go over there. Yeah.
Go outside. Go outside. Enjoy that hope.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you?
Come on! You couldn't get a better one?
Mike, people are eating this up.
There's
people are buying this.
You couldn't find me one. By the way, I love the irony that, they want to wipe out all these, European countries and pretty much make them all diverse. But every time they want a propaganda piece, they always got to bring out the little white girl.
Of course.
Oh, you're going to kill
They know
me,
what sells.
You couldn't find me some European kid with braids and a sailboat and has better acting skills. This was the best one they could come up with.
I don't understand. I really, really don't get how people listen to this last line. Like, it sounds like it came out of Birdemic.
People for hope. How dare you?
Are we going to keep that cut?
We have to keep it. It's live.
We can't do that again?
No, we're live. We have to just roll with it.
Why not? I mean, we do this shit all the time. We don't care anymore.
Tell her to tell everyone.
Do it again!
Yeah, do it again. We didn't get that clip.
This is bad. This is a disaster. This is worse than the moon landing.
Yeah.
You have stolen my dreams, my childhood, with your empty words.
What is she talking about? No, seriously.
Thank you for your time. Okay, thank you, because I'd really like to be on the show. Thank you for your time. Can you tell the next one to come in, please?
Dude, people are sharing this.
This is like a bad audition.
This acting is bad. Listen, because I'm going to clip this, and you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be searching for her, and there's going to be comments on this, and I'm sure some of them are going to be, she's braver than you are.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, super brave.
She's braver than you are.
She has rich parents that took her on a sailboat. Mm-hmm. You fucking...
Yeah, it sounds really brave.
It feels like...
This narrative has been built in front of your faces, and you idiots are eating it up.
This almost feels like the worst audition tapes from Game of Thrones. Like if all the people that didn't get parts.
Right.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet...
I can't do this. It's so
Did
bad.
you...
If that was, bro, if that were like a school play and that were your kid, you'd be mortified, right?
Of course.
You'd be like, oh.
Of course. And then you and your wife have to be like, who's going to tell her she's not, this isn't going to work out for her? Like, I know she wants to be an actress, but which one of us is going to tell her?
It's true, though.
I'm one of the lucky ones.
It's like having an anemic son that's like, I'm going to play football, Dad. And you're like, you should probably not do that. Hey, you like science?
Yeah.
Who likes science? let's do science. Oh, my kid to die.
Dreams in my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones.
This is so fake.
She's one of the lucky ones. Mike, have you not walked outside and seen people just dying on the streets? Are you not walking outside right now and seeing the ozone layer? Remember when that was a big deal? No one cares about the ozone layer anymore, by the way. Remember, the ozone layer there's no ozone layer left, Mike. Acid rain is falling right now on us.
It's not, though.
Look, I'm reading this study here from 1989, and check this out. Let me show you how eerie this is. It says here that in the year 2000, most of Florida will be underwater.
In the year 2000. Remember that? Yeah, that's not true, though.
Yeah, well, right now,
nope.
Not many people know we broadcast out of a similar. Remember C-Lab?
Well, remember too, they always show you like the footage of like, you know, icebergs or whatever, or like, you know, cracking and falling into the water, and they're like, look at that shit. We're all gonna die soon, and you're like, they don't, but that happens naturally.
God, even the icebergs have bergs at the end of them.
Yeah, they go there they go there in the summertime, which, by the way, it's still warm on some days in the Arctic Circle, and things crack and fall off, and they're like, look at that, we're all gonna die soon. If 3 or 4 or more of those giant ice cubes fall into the ocean, New York City is gone. And you're like, no, it's not. It's very much not.
Yeah, this climate. Look, man. I'm not. Look, I understand fully that we are part of this planet, right? So I'm sure we do affect the environment one way or the other, which we do, obviously. However, I also remember, because I grew up watching Captain Planet. That talk about fucking just brainwashing. I remember watching TV and them telling us the world was going to be end in 2000. Remember that? Because that was a big deal. Like, by the year 2000, the ozone layer is going to be gone. No one talks about the ozone layer anymore, right?
It was supposed to be a John Carpenter film.
Right.
And it never happened.
Right, so it just doesn't happen. So I also remember watching An Inconvenient Truth. Remember with Al Gore, An Inconvenient Truth? According to him in 2012, and this is true, watch the unedited one because there's been revisions to it. Watch the first one. New York was supposed to be underwater by 2012. That was something that he guaranteed was going to happen. Yeah, Florida was going to be wiped out and gone. Do you guys...
We've lost...
At what point do they have to keep being wrong for people to go, holy shit, this is ridiculous?
And... if you look at what it turns into, it's just a way of taxing people.
Right.
And look at, we were saying that earlier. Royce was saying too, the Chinese, the Indians, like she's not yelling at them. You know why? Because you can't go tell the Chinese what to do. You can't go tell the Indians what to do. They're way too based. They're just like, fuck you, get out of here. UN, fucking assholes, I'll do what I want. They're the ones dumping tons of fucking poison into the planet. And look, I'm all for being ecologically, whatever it is, fucking, just being conscious of the environment and trying to do the right thing. But they pretend like we're the biggest problem. And yeah, we're one of the biggest countries in the world with the biggest superpower. I'm sure our carbon output's ridiculous. But compare us to China or India, and we don't even rate. We've done all these efforts. Like, they freaked out over Trump getting rid of the light bulbs, and it's like,
I know, yeah, that's not no,
like China's literally just dumping toxins into the atmosphere every day. You go tell them what to do. You can't tell China what to do. What are you gonna do?
Because, but again, if you want people to believe that this is a genuine effort, yeah, you're right. She's not showing up over there with these countries that. Dude, are the most polluted countries on the planet. I posted something about her. And an Indian person, pro-American, but, well, from India, not an American Indian, but an Indian person who lives in America now, was saying something. I'm Indian, and per capita, Americans produce more carbon than India. I go, okay, let's say that's true. It's still only 350 million of us, plus like 1.3 billion of you. You're most polluted.
And also,
all the pollution in the ocean comes from China and India. And do you want to hear the response was? Well, all that stuff there, they can't even afford the stuff they make. We're making it for you over there in America.
Yeah. Yeah, they also don't have, like, toilets. See, like, that's the whole point. It's like they don't even have... Most of the people in India don't even have access to... Like, they don't have cars. They're not flying planes all over the place. They're not jet-setting around, not stopping at Starbucks. I get the average American might put out a little bit more, especially in the city areas. But let's be fair. That's because there's a lot of people in India just living in the streets. And I'm not saying that as a racist thing. I'm just saying that the poverty levels in India have not been worked out yet. And
well, there's
reason it works.
There's still a class system there.
The reason this shit works is because of white guilt, because everybody's been poisoned with white guilt. Chinese people don't have Chinese guilt. Indians don't have Indian guilt.
Remember we were talking to my friend who's Indian, and she's like, no, yeah, they like still have slaves, and it was like, they don't call them slaves, but they still have like indentured servitude, like they still have them there. Like to sit here and pretend like we're the biggest problem. Even if we and the other thing is too, right? They want zero emissions, right? So then some people will be like, hey, you know what? I got you. You know what zero emissions? Nuclear power. Let's do that. No, we can't do that with a radio. So you guys really don't want zero emissions. You guys want another political football to try to spike on people. This climate fucking hysteria has been going on, man, since I was a kid, since I can remember, and nothing's happened. Nothing has happened. Nothing's going to happen. They used to make propaganda movies in my... Remember The Day After Tomorrow? With the Superstorm?
Oh, God, with Jake Gyllenhaal? And what was the Quaid, the other Quaid? Dennis Quaid.
I like how you said Dennis Quaid's the other Quaid. That's awesome.
Of course he is.
Randy's the main Quaid now.
Randy's the main Quaid. I don't give a fuck how many dumb movies Dennis Quaid gets to be in. I don't care how many times Dennis Quaid finger bangs Helen Hunt in some terrible movie about fucking divorced single parents. I don't care. Randy Quaid is the Quaid.
The rookie.
Yeah, you'll always be fucking number two. You'll always be fucking Jim Belushi of your family.
Let's look. We're only 35 seconds in here. Can you believe we're only 35 seconds in?
It's Monday. We got a lot of.
I knew this was going to happen.
We got a lot of steam to let out. Sorry.
No, but I've been seeing her face plastered. Okay, you know what? Before we continue, we will continue.
Everything is evil with her.
Before we continue, you know who else was speaking at the UN?
Look at everything is.
You know who else?
Look at that! He. Like, this is a fucking promo about somebody who's going to kill President Trump.
But
like,
here's the thing.
If you showed this in a movie clip, I'd be like, Mr. President, that little girl's going to kill you.
This is the same thing. So this is at the same UN thing because Trump then was speaking at UN. This is her standing behind him. Look at this. Look at this.
I need to know something.
Let me show you you want to see a close up? I got a close up. I got a close up for you.
It is so hateable. No. Let me look. This really makes me mad. What is you know what I mean with this propaganda? It's like, all right, so you're gonna go over there. I want you to look at Trump really angrily, like Trump invented pollution.
He's been in office for 3 years. You think he caused anything that was happening?
Guys, we were living in an eco-fascist paradise up until 2016. I don't know if you know this. I grew up in New York.
New York City?
Yeah, New York, right near the city. In Queens, New York, in a town called the Shire. And that's what it was back then. Back then it was just hobbits. It was just... it was like Italians and Irish living in ethnically homogenous
and Peter Parker
little midget hobbit communities, and it was trees everywhere, and there was no fucking pollution ever.
Great.
And then Trump came along.
You know what he did? In that town, he used to have something called the Tree of Life in it. It would just give off fruits for everybody there. He cut it down to put a Trump tower.
Yeah, you could actually... a lot of people don't know this. The Tree of Life, which grew in Central Park.
Of course. Everyone knows that.
Originally, you could drink its sap, and it would cure AIDS. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then
it would give you gonorrhea. To be fair,
But it was a good trade-off.
It's better than AIDS.
Yeah. But then the cure for the gonorrhea gave you AIDS. It was a weird cycle.
God, this is crazy. What were we talking about?
But it was all Trump's fault. But that is such a posed, like, go look at him like he's the man who invented pollution.
There you go.
Okay. When you're looking at him, think, this is the guy who invented the very notion of polluting the planet.
So here's the best part. She's been invited to speak with Trump, right? But check this out. She says, well, her handlers, but she says she doesn't want to speak to Trump. But she had a photo op yesterday with Obama. So you've been offered, and you've been offered the opportunity to speak to the leader of the free world about pollution, let's say, right? She doesn't want to. Why? Because you guys have to know this is just a political ploy. Like, anybody falling for this, look, I'm not even, you could be an extreme lefty. I don't even care. But I'm trying to beg to just a point of decency. Don't let them, no matter who you vote for, don't let them manipulate. Because if this was the other way around, like, we call out Candace Owen all the time for, like, black people are more empowered under Republicans after she tried to dox everybody. You know, we call her, but don't fall for this shit. You guys are being... God, they weren't lying in that other video. Like, they're trying to program people.
Yeah, they look. I'm not gonna lie, man. Whatever they did with Desmond worked, and he invented that playbook.
Right.
And now this is going to be the new thing. They're going to be rolling out a new, off-putting looking kid every couple of months and go like, look at this poor kid. What are you going to tell this poor kid? No. And then any rational adult that's like, yeah, no. Get out.
I tell my kids heartless. No all the time.
But we're doing, dude, this isn't even a new trick. It's just that people weren't as dopey back in the day.
Right.
But like people never used to fall. Every once in a while, you know, it's like your tears say more than real facts ever could.
Yes.
It's that approach to get a woman or a kid out there and get her to crying. And we'll get these people to shred the Constitution. What?
So at this point, for every second, we've done a minute of radio. So let's try to continue.
This kid is just...
It's hard, I know.
And the thing is, like, we don't cover this kid too much.
No, we haven't been.
Because in essence, we become part of the problem by even highlighting it. But now it's like we ignored it, and now it's unavoidable.
We did ignore, but now it's
we gotta let it all out. We just hate this kid.
It's in your face. The thing is, there's certain things that you could avoid and ignore. You can't avoid this anymore. My entire news, she's trending right. She's the number 2 trending thing on Twitter right now. Number 1 being, of course, hashtag Bi Visibility Day. Happy Bisexual Visibility Day.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. All right, sorry, let's check this out.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones.
Lucky ones?
People are suffering.
No, they're not.
People are dying.
Yes.
All over.
I know.
What does that have to do with me?
I've walked by a Planned Parenthood before.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, there's fucking little African child soldiers that are hacking up other African child soldiers with machetes.
There's a slave trade in Libya.
Yeah, what does that have to do with me having to only get paper straws at BurgerFi? You know what I mean?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Like
and you have to ask for them now. Not only it's paper straws, but now most restaurants you have to ask for a straw. You're not allowed just to give out a straw. You have to ask.
There's some places now that like you'll go up and you're like, can I get a regular plastic straw? And they're like, yeah, sure. We got a rapist here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, can we get a straw for Mr. Rapist? And you're like, wait, what?
You're right. Well, asking
it's a state law that we have to scream rapist at you if you want a plastic straw.
It's not me, man.
Still have
I like plastic straws too, but
look, sir, it is your constitutional right, Mr. Pedophile.
What?
We got to do it this way. It's a state law. And you're like,
that's fine. Just give me my straw.
I'm still taking a plastic straw. Fine, I'm a pedophile. I'm not, dude, using a paper straw. I'm not doing it.
But have you noticed that it's turned? At least, look, I don't know if it's the same way everywhere, but in Florida now it's turned this way too. Like you feel like you're trying to buy crack when you ask for a straw,
and then it's like the F5 scene from Twister when you ask for a plastic straw.
Clink, 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 clink.
Clank. Oh, finger of God.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad you don't like sea turtles. Here's your straws, murderer. Let's finish this off. Come on, with 42 seconds in.
Straw turtle killer.
Yeah, here you go. Here you go, Master Shredder.
People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
Collapsing!
I'm sorry, but your bad acting is making you out of breath.
I know.
Need a minute to collect yourself?
You know she's being nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, right? For real.
For ugliest kid?
No, come on. No one's going to beat Emma Gonzalez.
I was going to say Soph.
Soph, okay, that one's up there too.
Pretty funny. It's picking on kids Mondays.
Not my fault. No.
Kids.
Look, is a difference if we were going out and actively looking for 16-year-olds to make fun of.
Yeah,
this has been in our
finish
face.
That sentence. I was like,
to make fun of.
Okay, good. Because you're like, yeah, we're out looking for 16-year-olds. Whoa.
All right. In our IROC Z's with T-tops.
Hey, you need anybody to buy you beer?
I hate litter too.
Yeah, they're carding up to 30 now. It's fucking crazy.
Sorry. Let's come on. We can get through this.
ADD.
Yeah.
Dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk.
What? I'm sorry.
Mass extinction.
Can I get some actual facts here to back that up? That we're at the beginning of a mass extinction.
No, it's just words and emotions.
The only extinction that's happening is that of certain people that don't have the right amount of melanin in them. That's what's happening. The birth rates are plummeting. The only extinction happening is you. If there was the beginning of a mass extinction, because of this and this whole, you saw this new thing. This new thing is take a pledge. These teenagers are taking a pledge not to have any kids until climate change is resolved. Which, by the way, climate change being resolved, what does that mean? You can't quantify that, right? Like, there's no way to quantify that, okay? But fine. So now they're actively saying, you know what? Let's do our own extinction. That way we could say there's a mass extinction. People aren't dying because of climate change. They're not. No matter how much you try to link hurricanes to it, hurricanes were happening before. Hurricanes were happening when there were fucking pirates in the ocean.
Yeah, and the actual people dying in hurricanes and infrastructure being destroyed, it's so much less every single year than the year before, because we make all these, we're better at evacuating now. Vehicles are better. Evacuation plans are better. Infrastructure
building
better.
Codes.
Yeah, it used to be, people are like, oh my God, we're getting eradicated by these super mega storms. And then you look it up and you're like, in 1910 in North Carolina, 75,000 people were killed by one hurricane. You know what I mean? When it blasted through and they were like, just died.
Are you kidding me?
We're doing fine.
People used to die because of the cold, or getting a cold. Like, she's talking like this is a black plague coming again, but it's not. People aren't dying. Forget in America, and this is true. Average-wise, of course. The quality of living has gone up everywhere on this planet. Yes. Even countries that are still shitty used to be shittier 20 years ago.
Even the starving Africans are walking around with, New York Giants Super Bowl champs 2011 shirts on.
It's not nice, man.
But they are.
Yeah.
So my point is.
I saw them with the Patriots 18-0.
But it's like everybody's getting the hand-me-downs, and now it's like the super rich. It's like at the point where even homeless people in America are like, yo, man, could I get some money so I get a McChicken and some cigarettes? And you're like, yeah, here.
All these caravans of refugees all have iPhones. Like, it's not as bad as you want to make it. The quality of life is up everywhere. You want to talk about global temperatures or whatever? I thought at this point in my life, if you would have believed everything, that we wouldn't have a North Pole anymore. It would have all been water. It'd be some sort of water world situation where we have to drink our old filtered piss and drive jet skis everywhere.
Yeah, and then I could have gills like Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
and then
it's
I
pretty
could
cool,
fucking
right?
Throw that little kid off the boat for getting smart mouth. What a great movie that was.
Oh, she has a boat.
Talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth.
What hotel you staying at, kiddo? I'm just wondering what hotel.
Eternal economic growth. So they're shitting on the economy growing, even though that's how people get jobs. That's how people feed themselves. That's how people have fucking homes.
That's how you have a sailboat.
That's how you have a fucking sailboat.
By the way, there's so much money behind this girl that it's just ironic.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Funny to me. You are pushing the agenda of billionaires.
The beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
I've caught the vapors. I don't know.
If I were there, I would have gotten thrown out. I'd be like, no, don't clap. No. Do not clap. Let's get him out of here. I mean, honestly, like I have seen day shift strippers in Tampa that have had better acting chops than this kid.
It's bad, right? It's really, really bad.
And I mean, there are kids out there that like you could have found that are better actors. Like, it's propaganda. You get this, right? Like, you're feeding lines to a kid to say emotionally in front of the UN. None of this is real. It's all propaganda. At some point, these leftists started huffing their own farts so much that they're high on their own shit. Like they fucking they believe the shit that they used to know was bullshit. Like they started believing the lie so much that now they think that they're like, if they just get any kid up there, these people are going to get it if we push it on them because it's the truth. At some time along this, it's the same thing happened with Hillary. They pushed fake numbers, and then they started believing their own numbers. And then they were shocked when they lost. You can't propagate a lie that at any point lose track of the fact that it's a lie. Like if you start forgetting it's a lie, you're fucked. These people forgot that their lie was a lie.
Yeah.
And now they're like, well, it doesn't matter. The message is what's important, man. And it's like, no, this is propaganda.
Well,
you need to get a kid who's good at this.
Well, I would agree maybe in some people that they forgot the lie's a lie, but I think, and we've talked about it on the show a lot, I think that this became very profitable. And the moment you build an industry around climate change or the LGBT movement, or you go down the list.
Housing market.
You're right, though.
Literally everything is a lie.
Right. So once you start, once it becomes an industry, once climate change becomes an industry, right? Once it becomes something you can market, nobody wants to let it go, even if there's not a problem. Once science gets better, right? Once they could go, no, we're all going to be fine. Science is caught up. We got it. Don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen. We've all figured it out. This industry won't go away because climate change has become an industry. LGBTQ, like, go down the list. Every single thing is its own industry. Being a base magatard's an industry. Everything's an industry, and because of the internet, it's way easier for it to be profitable. So you can't ever drop the victimhood. You have to escalate and escalate. We went from, hey, remember in the 90s, we went from the ozone layer is going to go away and it's going to be really hot, to now it's like mass extinction. There's kids. Have you seen the videos of the kids crying because they're at these climate events? And I'm talking little kids that don't know any better. Their parents told them, and I know, and the kid's like, I don't want to die because okay, like
you're going to die, Timmy. You're going to die in a horrible super typhoon that was created by Donald Trump.
And again,
the kids are like, what?
It reminds me of the evangelicals. Like, it's the same thing. Like, it's a lot of these Christians, really hardcore Christians, they scare kids. You scaring kids, bro? They scare kids. You making kids cry? They scare kids, and they tell them, like, if you do anything wrong, you're going to burn in the fiery pits of hell and always be in pain. And you're terrified as a kid. You're like, oh, my God, I don't want to go to hell. That's so scary to me. That's what they're doing. They're telling these kids, like, if you don't fucking pitch a fit right now about... They let kids leave school for an entire day. You saw that? The climate walkout? Just don't go to school. It's fine. No, it's fine. Yeah, you know what? No one gets a tardy slip because if you don't go to school.
But there's something even worse about this, because I know people are like, yeah, it's just like Christianity, and I get it, like that. But like, it is in a sense fear mongering. But at least even when our parents did the Christianity thing, they were fear mongering about the afterlife.
Right.
These people are literally like, we're all going to die this year
right
in
now.
Some kind of super blizzard. And President Trump's going to be the reason why. And you're like, 4. And you're like, I just see this weird guy on TV who's orange, and he talks like this. And now my parents said he's going to kill me with a hurricane. And you're like, they're doing shit. Like the Christianity was just sort of like started even in old-timey days before the Bible, where it was like, hey, there's a monster outside of the cave, and he's going to eat you if you don't finish your vegetables and do your homework. Like, there's just, that equivalent of be a good person, or the goblins in the sky will get you. This is like, you're going to die you're going to die tomorrow and it's Trump's fault and you're going to die horribly in a tornado. And the kids are like, now they can't. And then they turn around and they use it further when the kid goes, I'm having nightmares about President Trump coming to kill me in a hurricane. And then they go to the news with that and they go to their teachers and they're like, President Trump and how he's affecting your children's psyche. And you're like, well, no, the parent, like, again, anything that's going into your fucking kid's head is probably your fault. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
You're supposed to be that filter in the gateway of what goes into that kid's head.
When I was growing up, like, I knew of presidents, obviously, right? But I never really cared. Like, and my parents just let me be a kid. You know, my parents always let me be a kid. They never was like, you know, and then look at that guy, look at that president. He's blah, blah, blah. They didn't care. My dad was like, hey, you want to play Nintendo? I'm
they
like,
didn't tell you Dan Quayle was going to kill you?
No, I don't remember that. No, but I don't. But even Bush Sr., like, even leftists back then, even Bush Sr., they were not like, Bush is going to kill none of that happened. Like, you know, obviously there was political arguments and whatever, but again, because of the 24-hour news channels and everything, and that's a big part of this, by the way, because of these 24-hour news channels and stuff like that, where you have to fill 24 hours of content, all you have is politics, and you need to make sides. You need to get people foaming at the mouth. And now, you know, look, it's easy to make fun of her. It's very, 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 very easy to make fun of her.
It's very easy.
But look, Mike, I can't stress how easy it is to make fun of her. But if we're being honest and it's not even her that everyone should be upset about. It's her parents. It's the people funding this. It's all these movements that are behind her that are using her like a fucking puppet. Like, look, a little girl. Like, again, look.
I didn't remember. We didn't like it when they were, you know, look, I don't like the sofa thing either.
We've talked about it.
Uncomfortable. Like, you know, people letting a kid, and she's a kid, you know, do these little sketches that are, by the way, they're not 100% written by any kid. And then you're using, and then you begin to, and then you see now what we warned about happened, which was the free speech TV. Now this kid is in with Milo and Gavin and these grifters. Like, it's the same way with this. We'll fucking be uncomfortable and call it out every time. So it's not. This isn't even a political issue. If anybody wants to, because I'm sure we're going to get called climate change climate science deniers and all this shit. But at the end of the day, I don't like it when they're doing it to her. I don't like it when they do it to people like Soph. Just stop fucking with these kids, man. Be like our parents and have your arguments and, you know, like with the adults, and then tell the kids, no, it's fine.
You know, and it's. And look, I'm not even, because I want to be fair here. I'm not even saying if you're a 16-year-old and you want to do a YouTube show, fucking do one. I think that's cool. Like, you know what I mean? I mean that. I think that's cool.
I think it's stupid. You shouldn't do it.
Well,
just give up.
You just don't want competition.
No
you were telling me
anymore.
off air. You don't want competition.
Doing the Keemstar
Yeah,
approach.
I know. It's great.
Just nag people.
But no, I mean this sincerely. Like, here's a good example, because people always go, oh, well, why do you have Rex Jones on the show?
Because he just turned 17 this week.
Well, yeah. Not only because he just turned 17, there's not an entire movement behind him. You know what I mean? He's just kind of doing a show like a whole bunch of other 16, 17-year-olds do their show. We're talking about these people, her, for example.
17-year-old guy. Like, that's a guy at that point.
Yeah.
I had a license. I was already crashing cars and doing blow at 17. Relax. You know what I mean? It's the difference between that and a 14-year-old girl, I think.
But the movement is, the movement behind her is the thing. It's unabashed. You know, it's we are going to do this right in front of your face. We're going to get a terrible actress to do it. And if you don't eat it up, you hate kids. And by the way, remember when we got a lot of shit? We got into a lot of shit because after and everybody agreed with us when we were talking about David Hogg, right? Like, David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez shouldn't be dictating gun stuff. And then when Kyle Kashev was doing a Ben Shapiro behind him, we called him out and everyone's like, no, Kyle's good. No, he's not. No, he's not. Let's all fucking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like very that whole situation was hateable on both sides.
Right.
And but it's not going to stop. This is the new playbook. It's use kids, because kids are going to get, you know, oh no, the kids are upset. But nobody's ever going to say, oh no, that child's upset. Let's burn the Constitution. At least not in my lifetime, I hope.
And again, I don't want to sound like, oh, these youngins don't. But this is not even somebody who's genuine about what she believes, right? This is somebody who has been raised. I mean, since she was a baby, they have raised this, like you said at the beginning, a Westworld robot. They've raised it. They've programmed it, and like, now is your time to shine. Go out there and do everything we taught you. Like, this kid's there's no 16-year-olds that are actually worried that climate change is going to kill us all. Not in reality, not in real life. Kids are at school fucking talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching on people. They're not fucking going, guys, stop playing the new fucking album. I don't want to hear it. Did you know we're all going to die? Nobody's doing that. Let them be kids, man.
By the way, you know what's turning out? He got a bad rap.
Who?
Tekashi.
Yeah, I know, because they were going to try to fucking kill him.
Yeah, there was a
and
lot
then he
of...
starts snitching, and they're like, why is he snitching? They were literally trying to kill him.
He was in a Henry Hill type situation where that was it. They were going to kill him, and it was like, well,
here it is.
I don't want to.
56 minutes, 56 seconds in.
Sorry.
56 seconds.
Every freeze frame of this kid is evil.
I know.
How dare you? Because if you really understood the situation...
I do, I understand
and
it.
still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe.
I tell you what. Then call me evil. No, I don't care. Believe it. Believe it, because you don't define, you and your little movement don't define what the fuck I am. You know? You could call me evil if you want, because I want a plastic straw. You could call me evil, but here's the thing. And here's the thing that I don't think you get about most people. Nobody cares what you think of that. I don't care. I don't lose sleep at night because a 16-year-old girl from Sweden with a sailboat thinks that I'm evil. I don't care. Most people think Mike and I are dickheads and assholes, and a lot of them are right.
They're absolutely correct.
But I don't care. You know, it doesn't affect me. If you think that I give a shit what you think of me or what you're calling me, if you think you're going to shame me, because they're trying all these angles, you're right, they're trying to tug at your heartstrings because it's a kid, you know, they're trying to shame you because the people that fall for this are the weakest people. And I mean that sincerely. They're weak people. I'm not even saying you can't think there's certain things. Look, there's some things that I'm about conserving. I'm against Japan's whaling industry. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of whales left. Maybe we shouldn't be. Don't get me wrong. I get that. But you're coming to the country, by the way, who's the only one that's actually tried to clean up, right? This is like one of the few countries that's actually done shit about it.
We're one of the few countries that's actually seen a decrease,
right,
in our output of carbon emissions and stuff.
Yeah, we have the biggest. We are now energy what is it called? Energy independent. We have a huge amount of natural gas, which is clean and everything. We're trying, but that's not what you want. Here's what it is. These lefties or whatever, every time they do this stuff, they want like a Star Trek future, you know? But in reality, you're going to have a 1984. And I mean that sincerely, where, you know, you can't eat what you want to eat anymore. You saw the Democrats that were, all of them that were fucking talking about that we have to cut back on meat. They cooked like 20,000 steaks at some sort of steak fry this weekend in Iowa.
Yeah, but they're delicious, you know, that's for them.
Oh, I get it.
You need to cut back on steaks.
Oh, you do. That's right. Hey, Mike, you have to fly commercial. They'll fucking fly private, and that's okay.
Well, like, I like that you say that as if I have a choice.
Oh, that's right. You don't have a choice.
Like, I can go,
right.
Sure, yeah, I'm choosing not to fly
right,
private.
but that's exactly my point. They do have a choice, and they're choosing to fly private.
Well, if I were in charge of like ExxonMobil, that's what I would do. I'd go, look.
Well, you'd be Jewish.
I would contact. No. It's usually Jewish people who own all the shares, but I would still be like, you know, J-Tex, you know,
J-Tex-Mex?
Murtaugh or something, like just some guy from, I'm a Texas oil man. But I would contact President Trump and I'd be like, look, you owe us one. We need to call in a favor here. And if I were Trump, I would call Vince McMahon and I would go, hey, Vince, I need you to do me a favor. This Greta Thunberg, whatever, she's going to do a climate change. I need you to turn heel again. And I need you're going to have 3 minutes in front of the UN, and I need the old John Cena to come back and do a really
no,
it's the old music.
Oh, the rap one?
Yeah, the word life, and then I need you to come out and do one of your cool raps where you just shred this little girl.
You were right about the CEO of.
Would he do it? Would Cena do it though? It's the president and it's Vince.
Yeah, he'd do it. Of course.
You'd show up with the fucking old basketball jersey and just start rapping on her.
You were right, by the way. The CEO,
bolo tie? Is he wearing a bolo tie?
Well, I'll tell you. The CEO of Exxon name is
a bolo tie.
His name is Darren Woods. He's from Wichita, Kansas.
Of course, always.
You're right. He was preceded by, we all know him, Rex Tillerson.
Click on his name though. Click on images. Oh, see if there's any pictures of him wearing either a 10-gallon hat or a bolo tie.
I'll look.
I'll accept either.
All right, let's see.
Everybody
Darren
has like
Woods.
a uniform.
Images. Look, okay, he's not wearing one, but
does he look like the sort of guy who should be wearing one?
Yes.
Or wants to be wearing one?
Yes, he looks like somebody who they said, you can't wear one.
That's a man who was told to stop wearing his bolo ties into the office. Look, we get it. We get it, Doug, but we can't do it.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
We're getting way off.
1 minute in.
Sorry.
1 minute in, folks.
Fucking children we are.
The popular idea of cutting our emissions in half in 10 years only gives us a 50% chance of staying below 1.5 degrees and the risk of setting off irreversible chain reactions beyond human control.
All right, whoa. Lois, this is not my Batman glass.
First off, yes.
Greta, by your math then, right? If you could get, let's say, China or India to cut their output by even just 10 or 20%, that would net you the same numbers.
You're correct.
As us cutting ours by 50. So I'm just saying, why aren't you doing this in Beijing? Why are you not in Mumbai pounding your little fucking anemic 15-year-old girl fists on the table and demanding justice from them? Because they would laugh you out of the room because you're a kid.
Yep.
And because they don't have Chinese guilt or Indian guilt. But we have this weird guilt of just, okay, oh God, I hate us. I hate myself. Ugh, I hate this, man.
How dare you pretend that this can be solved with just business as usual and some technical solutions?
Because it can, and it usually has, and it's working already.
There will not be any solutions or plans presented in line with these figures here today, because these numbers are too uncomfortable, and you are still not mature enough to tell it like it is. You are failing us. But the young people are starting to understand your betrayal.
No, the young people are easily manipulated, and once they get old enough and have a kid and have a job, they're not going to care about any of this. That's what's going to happen, because you can't be a professional climate activist. There's only few spots that's given to. That can't be. That's not a sustainable career. What's going to happen is you have kids and you have stuff, and yeah, maybe you might think that you're some environmentalist, but in reality, every day you're going to work and you're trying to provide for your family. You know what you're doing? You're driving in your car, that you're putting gas into it every day, because at the end of the day, people are going to choose their family and the people around them to protect. Not look, to cut it by 50%. You would basically have to shut down half of the power plants, seriously, in this country. So let's just say 50%, at least half of the power plants, right? The problem is, there's nothing you can do. Here's what they want. Here's what their movement wants, and this is what they want. The only way to make renewable technology is to become solely dependent on it. So we suffer and we're scared and we rush and we fix it. Well, we tried that under Obama. He gave a lot of money to these renewable energy companies.
Oh, remember that Chinese solar company that just took our money and disappeared?
So even if right now, if we wanted to, we haven't figured out how to properly store all that energy, like solar power, wind power. We know how to generate it, right? But it takes a lot to store it. So, and this, I read an article, and this is actually true. If we were to shut down all the plants in this country, right, and make the entire country run on renewable energy, let's say with solar energy, it would take a landmass the size of California. Okay, think about the biggest state.
Let's just use California.
Look, I'm with it, but here's the thing. You environmentalists want this, right? Do you understand how many animals you're going to kill, how many trees you have to cut down? Think about this. Unironically cutting down trees to put down fucking solar panels and wind things in. By the way, bird murderers. I mean, they fucking crush birds. Those windmills destroy entire species.
And I'm all for crushing birds. I think it's hilarious.
It's funny. It's really funny. Have you seen the one that falls down the wheat silo? Those are great. But it's not. We're not there yet. In trying to scare us into getting there, that's not how science works, right? You're not going to scare us into getting there. This isn't fucking Armageddon. There isn't a meteor coming to us, and we have to send drillers up there.
Nor are the kids going to remember. The kids are waking up, and we're angry about climate change.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're not.
They're calling each other the N-word in Minecraft.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
That's what kids are doing.
That's what they're doing.
They're sneaking jewels onto school grounds. That's what kids are doing, dude. They're Minecraft dancing on you. Like they're not Fortnite dancing on you. They don't care. No, there's no 16-year-olds except for there's a couple nerds in high school that would be into this shit.
Fucking nerds.
But they would be nerds. People that look like her in high school, but in high school, most of these people, they don't give a fuck. They don't fucking care.
The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say we will never forgive you.
But it won't matter if you're... Their logic. I'm going to use their logic against them. It won't matter if you're dead. So I don't care if you're going to forgive. You can't have it both ways, right? You can't threaten me and go, we will never forgive you. But if there's a mass extinction coming, you'll be dead anyway. So what does it matter? Because the truth of the matter, there isn't a mass extinction. You're not going to shame me. I don't care if you don't forgive me. See, because for me to care about your forgiveness, I would have to care about what you think. And I don't care about what you think. So I don't care if you don't forgive me. I'd prefer if you hate me. Because honestly, at this point, I would rather see every single sea turtle go extinct than to give a whining brat what she wants because mommy and daddy are telling her she needs to say this. I mean that seriously. And I think at least 50% of people, I think more than 50% really in their heart, when you start pushing people and telling them, give me, most people go, no, I'm not going to give you anymore. I'm done.
Can I take one and I'll do you better?
Sure.
If I have to kill every turtle myself,
bare hands,
before having to listen to this bitch, I will do it.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't
just watch every turtle die. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I don't care. Don't fucking tell us what to do. This isn't reality. None of this is reality. We're not going to just kill an entire industry and stop driving cars tomorrow because a 16-year-old girl is going, but do it now or I'll never forgive you. Well, listen, Padme, I don't give a flying fuck.
We will not let you get away with this.
I don't care.
Right here, right now, is where we draw the line.
There's no tomorrow.
I was thinking the same right here, right now. Check out the all-new Toyota-thon sales event, 79%, 79 months, 0 APR.
The world is waking up, and change is coming, whether you like it or not.
Oh, she just ended the UN's whole career.
To be fair, the UN ended their own career. Nobody cares what you think.
This
is hilarious. First off, terrible acting. Fucking terrible acting.
Again,
terrible.
You got to get you've at some point started believing your own bullshit. So now you think the words are important enough.
They're not.
It's propaganda. You still need good actors. Jesus Christ! Remember when at least they used to get like George Clooney to go, or like Ashton Kutcher, and then they could at least pretend to care about like.
Those are good actors.
Yeah, like Ashton Kutcher's like, I care about these girls.
Mm-hmm. But now they don't even do that. Now they bring these kids that don't know what they're doing. I don't care. You're not going to shame me. It's not going to work.
And they come out and try to do like fucking. They try to do like a bad like Harry Potter fucking audition tape. We are watching you, all of you. What are you doing? You want to go back there and practice?
Come on, man.
She didn't even practice. You fucking how long on that sailboat? I'm sure it wasn't very fast.
6 days
on a sailboat.
No, you know what? You might be right. I might be longer. I thought it was 6 days. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's 6 days, and I'm calling bullshit. You had a motor on that fucking sailboat too. But you're on a sailboat for a week. You don't have time to rehearse your stupid speech.
Yeah, it might have been longer. I don't know. I don't know how sailboats work because I take planes. Sorry, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Let me read some of these. Wow, some Streamlabs. We got a few coming in. Eddie Spurg-Getty. Guys, Greta Thunberg told us the white race is going extinct. What did she mean by this? Roots Calhoun, happy birthday, Bill Murray. NorCal, $10. Thanks for the content. Smedrick, $10. Happy National Dogs and Politics Day. Rance and Mitch. Blaze Boyd, $5. Damn, Lady Mormont has really made some bad career decisions since the finale. You know what? That's an insult to Lady Mormont.
I gotta show this to you. You might need to show this.
Okay.
I don't normally ask you to play a Twitter video live on the air, but this one's worth it.
All right.
I just sent you something that's. Shout out to the Internet Historian
I love Internet Historian. Internet Historian's fucking great.
I think you'll enjoy this quick little bit of whimsy before we go to break. I can do the live read though. Guys, check out the Brave browser if you get a chance. Look at our video description down below. They've been supporting creators by getting people to try their privacy-based browser.
So based.
It's so fucking based. It blocks all the Facebook, YouTube, and all those ads that you peskily get, and you can volunteer to see their pop-up ads. You can also turn them off if you want. But if you decide to look at the ads they send you, they're not targeted, and you will earn crypto, and you can support wonderful content creators like ourselves and many others. Everybody's like Wikipedia signing up now and everything. So you can all these websites that you support, you can actually just tip them in basic attention token. Check it out below. The Brave browser. Try it for 30 days.
And let me get through the rest of these Streamlabs real quick. $5 from Nick Spence. When I look at this little boy, Greta, all I think about is Quaid, turn on the reactor. Spurgalicious, $2. Greta's a modern-day Gandhi. Stop having kids and eat fucking bugs, bigot. NorCal, $10. Thanks for the content, guys. Kevin Gallego, $5. Breaking news, Jeffrey Epstein has been spotted ordering a turkey avocado melt at Swenson's in karaoke.
Wow. Okay, that's... Jesus. Sometimes I really wonder if these people are local.
Some of them have to be. Eddie Cade, I fucked the cuck, then fucked this duck. This sucks his dick, and now I'm sick. Stay safe, everyone. $5. Thank you. Okay, so this is from Internet Historian?
Yes.
All right, let's play this.
All you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
And it's
it's her behind a Walmart intercom system.
And the caption is, when mom catches me sneaking a Mars bar in the basket and says I have to put it back. Very funny.
All right.